Lionhead Studios recently announced that their new game will be free to play. What are your thoughts on the matter?
I really don't even care. It sounded like something that was kind of already preset in the whole thing. I don't see why it would not be free to play. I mean, I guess it could make sense if you were to do the cross-platforming, but other than that, in general, the announcement seems really irrelevant to me.
Like, an interesting thing that they said about with this update was that you can actually you don't have to transfer your character back and forth. You can play on your Xbox and then pick it right back up on your Windows 10 platform and just play with your exact account right from there.
That does sound like something that should be happening as it is now, especially because of where we're at in life. But, I mean, it also raised that controversy of how well is it going to stand against like modding and things like that.
Exactly. So what they're going for with their free-to-play is you pay nothing and you get the entire story. So they're saying that there's going to be no quest packs, no stuff like that. Their updates, you'll receive that update and that'll be the free update with it. And then what they're trying to do as well to keep it fair to players, most everything that in the game can be achieved with in-game money through earning your silver and gold through quests and whatever. But then there are some things that can be bought with your own money that'll, advance. Like, you can get it a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. And then they also stated, it was in like little annotation text saying that some items will be exclusive to being bought with real money. So what do you think about that?
I think that's fair enough in all sense. I mean, they gotta make a profit off the game. If they're not going to be having DLCs and things like that, then the only way to really make that money is by adding in those advancements for players who are willing to pay for them. As for the content just being all there, that'll be really nice to see, especially because, as we all know, Microsoft, PlayStation, there's more for us to see. Always in the end, right?
Exactly. They're going way more DLC focused than initial content. What I think is the most interesting part is the hero rotation. Now, I know that a lot of online games nowadays, like the MMOs and stuff, like I think League of Legends does it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so far they're saying that it's going to be a block of 4 players that you can use. So it'll be assuming probably Silver will be one of the first ones, and like probably the Force 4 that we learned about, and then basically it'll be a certain amount of period. They haven't said how long this period will be. Maybe it'll be a month, maybe it'll be 2, who knows. But then at the end of that period, those characters will be locked away, and you can no longer play as them until it comes around the full circle when they cycle through all of the characters. So those 4 will go back, and another 4 will come in. But what's good, which scared me at first, but you do keep all your customizations, so like your facial hair, your whatever, and you keep all your progress as well. But once the end of that period's up, he's locked away. What do you think about that?
So, one thing you touched on was the customizations. I do agree that is very important, especially with the facial hair aspects of things. With the cycling, though, I could see how that would be kind of annoying in a way, just because you might have became very good with, say, one guy with the crossbow. All of a sudden, he's locked away. I mean, it brings up that question, are they going to announce a new set of 4 people with the same type of controllability, or are they going to be completely different?
No, they just said every 4 rotation will be a brand new 4. But they did say if there's one that you choose as your favorite, you can unlock them forever, either through real money or it'll just be a lot of in-game currency. Which, it kind of sucks, but I mean, like, at least there's still a way to do it and it doesn't completely screw you over.
Well, that's good. I mean, with the money thing again, it's a good way for them to make a quick profit off it. But if they do offer the in-game option of it, then that's also really nice. Because then it brings players to play it more and for them to have an end goal.
Yeah, I really like that they're focusing on being able to give you as much content as possible achievable through playing the game. Like, when I was a kid, we would always play we played RuneScape, we played whatever, and we would ride that free-to-play for years. We would never, ever put a cent in it. We put hours and hundreds of hours into it. So this seems like another game that either, kids growing up can start playing with and do the same thing that we used to, or, I don't know, it's a nice to see that they're not just out for the money. Granted, is it the best marketing strategy? We'll see in the end, but so far it looks really nice for us consumers. So my final point I wanted to touch on is the villains. well, how they plan on doing, they're not going to do like a rotation or anything because there's really nothing to rotate. But what they said that certain monsters are linked to certain maps. So, for example, the troll may be linked to like a forest area, while a what was the skeleton guy's names?
What was it called? Skeleton guys.
No, you know them from Fable, the haunted or
the Hollow Men.
Hollow Men, yeah, the Hollow Men might be certain to like a graveyard place or something like that. So, but what they said, if you really like that specific troop, then you can use in-game money to unlock that troop to use all over in all the maps, and that's the same that goes for traps as well, and like little mines and stuff like that, which that is universal as it is anyways. What do you think about that?
I think that's actually a really cool thing that they're doing, is keeping the enemies to like their zones in a way, because then it brings back that kind of natural feel of playing the Fable games as they once were. You know, you went to the graveyard, you fought the Hollow Men, you know, but occasionally there were other enemies that would appear.
Yeah.
And that works really well, because if you like that favorite character, like you said, and you're able to transfer them, then it can add more of that realisticness to it.
It seems like they're really trying to make a lot of put more time into this game. Like, in order to unlock everything, you really actually have to put time in to unlock that, get that in-game gold, and purchase whatever you're trying to purchase, instead of, you know, being able to just sit down and you have everything at your arsenal right away. And then the only point of the game is just being better than somebody else, you know?
Well, my interest is, like, if there's going to be a strong storyline, or if there will be one, really. As for the time consumption, sounds like they've done a very good job at that. But also is that question of how much of it's going to feel like useful time consumption, how much of it's going to feel like wasted time consumption.
How much will feel like just grinding to get the money to unlock your troll, or to unlock silver, or whoever you're trying to do, you know? Maybe, we don't know how you're going to unlock gold and whatever. I'm assuming it's just from either a win or a loss, and it'll depend on how much you get.
Yep.
Hopefully they balance that correctly. So, any final thoughts so we can wrap this up?
Hopefully they unlock more characters with mustaches. Other than that, nothing else.
And they bring back the kicking chickens.
And the kicking chickens. We have that.